So what's up, man? We back. It's the podcast. Nobody asked me. I'm your boy Malik S. As usual, I got my man Hess with me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, y'all?
And, hey, you know what? Finally, Lauren Hill, a.k.a. Keysha, decided to join us.
Listen, I'm just trying to come in true Lauren Hill fashion, okay?
Weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I mean, Lauren Hill live would not show up to the whole tour, so.
That's true.
I'm just glad we finally now got a women's perspective. I've been hearing some stuff, man. I'm like, all right, we need to get Keysha on here.
Yeah. We need to get some stuff. We need it, you know, because, you know, like I say, we the Fugees, man. We the new Fugees. You know what I mean? You got two souls and an American girl. You know what I mean? Man.
We're speak English here. Okay?
Yeah, we gonna speak English. But we gotta shout out our people, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I was my friend. I was like, oh, I gotta talk about this. So I got a homeboy. You know, grew up Baptist. You know what I'm saying? Churchgoer, choir, everything. And now he's dating a girl that's a Muslim.
Okay.
You know, which is very interesting to me. I think
he's Christian.
He's Christian.
Okay.
His girl is Muslim. But outside of that, I started thinking, I mean, can you date outside your religion, or can you date an atheist?
Ooh, I mean, at this point in my life, shit. Listen,
Keysha, like if he working.
Listen, I mean, my criteria has really dropped. Like, he ain't suck no dicks, and really just he ain't suck no dicks. I mean,
so is it for women? Is it like as the years go by, you just check it? You know what? I don't need that.
At this point in my life, yes.
You know what?
I got dumped this morning. I was like, I didn't even know I was in a relationship.
Oh my goodness!
Nigga came over to my house. I was like,
whoa.
So at this point, you know.
Wait, what religion he's in?
He's Baptist, actually. He's Christian.
Okay.
So you wasn't even in a relationship and he dumped you.
Well, we were dating. We've been dating for a while, and I was like, wow, this is what we doing for 2021. Just top of the year, we just jumping right in.
So he just felt like it wasn't moving fast enough, or what?
Well, actually, yeah, it's so confusing.
Or too fast.
I don't know, actually. He said that he knows that he's not ready for something serious.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know what?
But you didn't know that shit 3 months ago?
You could respect that, though, because he could have said it 9 months. I
can respect it, but I can't respect it because you knew that when you first asked me out.
Maybe he didn't, though. Maybe he didn't. I mean, you know, I actually show him some respect, because most dudes, what we'll do is we'll just start pulling away and then let you dump us.
But I feel, no, because I feel like we had a conversation. I feel like you knew that from jump. He actually said it like, it took so long to even talk to you because I wasn't sure if I was ready for something. I know that you're the type of woman that. Right. But okay, so then why did you then ask me out?
Well, because maybe you're such a good catch, such an incredible woman. He was like, all right, I'm gonna make this work. But then he had to be true to himself. He was like,
let me throw her ass back
to the streets.
Like what? Back to the streets. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? I don't want to waste your time. What did you think you just did?
I mean, 3 months it's a trial. It's a trial.
In the pandemic, that's 3 months, like 6 months. That's a lot of time.
That is a lot of time. That is a lot of time.
Like,
that is a lot of time.
We at the end of the world here. I don't got time to be playing.
That is a lot of time. But everything happens for a reason.
That's very true. I don't know what the reason is.
Because the dude that you supposed to meet and marry probably watching. And he like, bet, she available.
And he's Muslim.
Sliding in the DMs.
I guess.
You know, but I mean, outside of that.
But so I say that to say, at this point,
you open.
I don't know, because before that was a deal breaker. Now that I think about it, and only because I think like if you're gonna like get married, have kids, like where do you get married at? You know what I mean? Right. How do you then raise your children? So I think it kind of depends. And then how serious are you in it? Because some people are Muslim, but you ain't really practicing it. You ain't really, you know.
It's like most Christians.
True. I wasn't like coming for Muslims. I'm just saying.
No, I know.
Because I'm a Christian. I think it could be difficult. It depends. Right. And then, you know, I'm at that point in my life. I'm at the age, we going to church on Sunday. Yeah. Oh, you can't go to church with me? Oh, I got to go to church by myself?
I would say this. I definitely could date outside of my religion because I'm not religious.
It depends on how religious the person is, though.
Well, I believe in God, but I'm not religious. So me dating outside my religion, no issue. Could I date an atheist?
Oh yeah,
I could date an atheist. But listen, why I say I could date an atheist. See, it's two things. Sometimes people say they
like it depends on how fat her ass is.
That too,
right?
And how her throat. Because I mean, because
she ain't gotta believe in nothing. But if I believe in the head game,
she may not believe in God, but God blessed her with the throat. So no, but here's the thing. Because some people say they're atheists.
This what you walked into, Keysha.
Yeah.
People say they're atheists, but then they hate on God. So I'm like, wait, you're not an atheist. You're a God hater. Because if you are atheist, there's nothing to hate on because you don't believe it exists. So that's why I say I could date an atheist because there's nothing, you know what I'm saying, as long as they not being disrespectful to my beliefs and they not an evil person, like it doesn't change who they are in their hearts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But so what's in your heart? You don't believe in nothing?
I don't think that's true because I guarantee you it's atheists out here that probably do more charity work than a lot of Christians, you know? Like, so put it this way. You meet a guy, great guy, good income.
He ain't never sucked no dick.
Never sucked no dick. Know what you want.
Okay.
You
laughing because dudes in LA be sucking dick on the weekend.
For real? Oh my God.
Like it's just part time. Like nigga.
Know what he want. Make a lot of money. Got his own house. You know what I'm saying? No STDs. Gives back to the community. But he's an atheist. This is a good person. He's actually more godlike than most Christians claim to be.
I'm not saying he's not a good person, but it's just I don't know. I just have a hard time. Like it ain't even that.
Doesn't
but like
mean
you don't believe in any type of higher power. You don't believe in.
But maybe they believe in universe and karma and being good, a good person, and maybe that's why they're blessed. So to me, it's like I'm not gonna write that person off just because they don't know some Bible quotes, but still doing wrong stuff all the time, talking about people, not giving back, being selfish, being narcissistic. Like to me, it's like I'm not gonna write you off because that's a good, decent person. That's what we all looking for, right? We are looking for that type of person. So if you find that person, they just like, well, I just don't pray to God. I just kind of like be a good person, and I believe the universe blesses me back.
I think
I don't know. I think that's who God want me to be with.
I think for me, I mean, I'm a preacher's kid, so my dad was a pastor.
So you date a lot of hoes.
He was fucking behind them pews in Bible study.
No, I was a good preacher's kid. I was a good preacher's kid. Nah, but I think there's an extreme on both sides. Like you can be an atheist, but like respect that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the beliefs that I believe in. And, you know, you might want to go to church with me. Maybe you might, you know what I'm saying, learn some things. Or maybe you might think, and I'm not trying to change anybody who's an atheist, but maybe something, you know, might open up for you. But I've also dated like a Muslim who was like extreme Muslim too. And we had and she was dope as hell, man.
Right. And
we had a real conversation about like, you know, how you want to raise your kids and stuff like that. And she's one of those Muslims that, you know, she like wash her feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember walking.
A real Muslim.
Yeah, I walked in the bathroom and she was like washing her feet in the sink. And I'm like, well, just go take a shower. But she was washing her feet in the sink and like washing.
They gotta wash before they pray.
Yeah, exactly. And then so she was like a real Muslim, and we started talking about like how she would like to raise her kids and like, you know, how many times they gotta pray, and then the month that they gotta do Ramadan, they can't eat at a specific time. And I was like, man, that's a lot.
But was she gonna let you be
she'll let me
you do your thing?
But the hard part, what I was thinking about is like, you know, because I don't have kids yet.
Right.
So if you know what I'm saying, if we have kids together, now I'm starting to think like, do I want my kids to be like that strict and that kind of stuff? Like growing up in a Christian household, you know what I'm saying? I might want my kids to have these values. You know, and she was very strict as far as this is exactly how she want her kids to.
Right.
So that becomes like okay, now how's that gonna be? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm at the age now where you think about the future, like, okay, what our kids, you know, who gonna be, you know what I'm saying? If they gonna play football or basketball, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So when we had the conversation, I had to really like sit back and think about it. But for me, I think if you're extreme on either side, then I don't know. It's got to be like, just be open.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because even if you're Christian and I'm Christian, but if you like super Christian, then it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I think it depends on like.
Wait, what's super Christian?
But
I mean,
if she ain't giving it up before,
well, that's true too. Yeah.
Tomorrow,
3 months. If she's not giving it up 3 months, then I'm gonna go over there.
That's not even a long time.
Then I'm gonna go over there and tell her like,
wait,
look,
what's a long time?
Then I'm gonna go over there and tell her.
You got jokes? You got jokes? Cause I got dumped this morning.
What we try to do?
I can't believe he said I wanted to come over and pray. I'm like, I would have rather you send me a text.
So look, this ain't working for me. I need the bus.
Oh my goodness, you got the ring? That's what you got to give it.
Oh gosh.
But I think a lot of time people look down on atheists, and I just don't think just because you're an atheist that necessarily makes you a bad person. I think people just assume, oh, they're bad. I was like, there's a lot of bad people murdering people.
And I mean, it depends on, if it's just that you don't believe in God, or if it's
like, you hating on God.
Hating, or are you
That's
praising
different.
Satan? Like, what's going on with that?
Right.
But also, I think, like, how do we clash? Like, if it's a thing where it can work, like you with the Muslim chick, is like, all the things that she has to do with, like, praying however many times a day, like, if that's becomes somehow an issue in your relationship, or with her, I'm not sure, I'm not very familiar with what they have to do during like Ramadan, but whatever it is that she can't do during that time, if it becomes a thing, then I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, because I'm also at a point like where I don't have time. I just don't. My fuse is this short on
I would say, like, even for me, like, I'm not religious, but like if I met a girl that was like into church, I don't have no problems going to church. Like if anybody follow me on Instagram, you'll see I'm always playing gospel music. Like here's the thing for me, like I don't believe in religion, but I like to start my day off with some gospel music. I like that to be the first thing I listen to in the morning.
That's interesting.
That kind of sets
my. A little confused himself, guys. That's
no. I'm very aware of what it is that I'm doing. I just don't claim to a religion, But I do believe in God and I praise and worship. But I don't claim one religion. That's why I love gospel music, because music moves you, man. Like you played it, depending on what song you play early in the morning. That can set your day. It can set what kind of day you're going to have. Yeah. So I always listen to gospel music first before I get into my kill a nigga, shoot a nigga up, fuck these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have to check myself when I'm headed to church. Like, let me turn the Jeezy down just a little bit.
That's hilarious.
But so for me, like, I'm open to whatever. Like Keysha saying, like, you get a little older, man. Like, you don't have time. And you know what you want at this point.
Yeah.
I know what I can tolerate. I know what I can't tolerate. Yeah. So for me, being atheist or being this religion, that's not a deal breaker for me, like you said.
But also, like you said, you don't really conform to any one religion anyway.
Right.
So it's probably a lot easier for you.
My deal breaker is if you're a God hater or a God denier, you like to me, like I say, atheist is just you don't believe. So I'm like, hey, I can't if you don't believe.
But is that not the same as denying? If I don't
but
believe?
If you're not just hating on my stuff, you know what I'm saying? If you just don't believe, you just leave it at that. You respect that I'm doing what I'm doing.
Like, I don't have a problem that you believe, but I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't
but
believe.
At some point you got to sort of so respect her things
under?
too.
What do you get married under? But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's when it comes to a level of, because a relationship is two people coming together. So whenever you're in a relationship, you're gonna have to give up something. You got to give up something to gain something. So if I'm dating an atheist and we, most atheists, I don't know, maybe they don't even believe in marriage. So that's the thing.
See, that would be a deal breaker for me.
That's what I'm saying. But listen what I'm saying. You might meet an atheist dude be like, I don't believe this, but I love you so much that I'm going to do this because.
You're not about to play in front of my God. How we going to go in this church, take a vow under God?
The vow is about love though, right?
But we're coming together under God, right? It's God, it's the husband, the wife, the children, right?
Right.
So if you don't believe in God, you can't make that vow with me.
But there's a lot of niggas believe in that vow, get married, fuck hoes that night.
Do.
So
they
what's
absolutely
the difference?
do, but they at least believe in God.
Do they though?
We sin, we fall down, we mess up.
Do they though?
Yeah, the dudes that I date.
No,
yes.
Do they? See, here's the thing.
I date wholesome drug dealers.
I don't want to go too deep into this, but this is where people like me, who's not super religious, we think like this. Everybody say they God fearing, right? Are we really God fearing with all the shit we really do? Are we?
But I think that. But are you consistently doing it, or are you realizing that you did it and you're trying to?
I just cursed on this podcast, didn't I?
Well, listen here.
You cursed on this podcast.
But this is what I'm saying.
Is it a version?
It's not that I don't believe in God. I'm not like, I don't believe in God.
God fearing.
I'm God fearing.
But are you though?
Yes, he forgives.
Oh, okay.
He knows we are not perfect. He know y'all gonna lie. God is not a man. He know niggas lie.
I just feel as though people say they are God-fearing because if, bad example, but we in high school. We at your house, right? You about to get it in.
You ain't getting it in high school? Go ahead.
Listen, just play along. We know your dad about to come in about 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. Are we going to get it in, or are you going to tell me to leave? Or are you going to be like, my dad is forgiven, so if he catch us fucking, it's okay.
You got to be, if you want to go meet God,
all right
go ahead.
So this is what I'm saying. Are we really God-fearing? Because it seems like you fear your dad more.
No, I fear God as well.
But why would you fuck?
I wouldn't. I just told you. You told me I had to play along with you.
I know, but we all had sex before in here, so period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying we not, but I think sometimes people just say that.
In that instance, God is a little more forgiving than my dad. So I know I got God's grace. I don't know that I got my daddy's. You for sure ain't gonna have my daddy's grace.
Right.
No, I mean, but I know that God understands that we're human beings and we're going to fall short. Right. Like as men and women.
Why can't you understand that about the man that loves you enough to marry you even though he doesn't believe?
But I'm trying.
Why are you not giving him the grace God giving him?
You don't believe in God. You're never going to try to even achieve that.
But God is giving him that grace. Why are you not giving God?
We're talking about a dude that's atheist?
Yeah, but
he doesn't believe in God.
But God doesn't disown him.
Right, but
what
he
I'm
doesn't
saying
believe.
Is, why aren't you giving him the grace that God is giving him?
The grace
that we're flawed, that we fall short.
We're getting into a place that's like, maybe this is for another podcast, but we're getting to a place that's like, because I'm thinking about that as well. So when you go into the Bible and you say the only way to heaven is like through Jesus Christ and stuff like that, but then you have like people and like that who are Buddhists or people who are all these other religions who their Bible didn't say nothing about going through Jesus Christ. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? So it's about now, okay, which religion and are you, because we're a whole different, we're human beings from all different spectrums that believe in all different things. So now when we start thinking about, okay, can I be with this person if this person has that kind of, you know what I'm saying, belief systems, whether it's believe in God, whether it's believe in Yosea or whatever, believe in all these different things. It's what does it come down to now? Okay, boom. I'm with somebody, right, who has a belief, who doesn't believe that they can see God, they can go to heaven if they believe in Jesus' name and all that, right? But they love me with all their heart. They do everything that this other person wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying?
That claims to believe in God.
That claims to believe in God. So now I got to look at it like, okay, what is my spirit saying? What is my spirit telling me about this person, and can this person be a part of my life? I guess that's how I'm gonna look at it.
That's what I'm saying, because I'm like, okay, so I'm not gonna be with a woman that's not to my standards or make me happy, but she loved Jesus.
No, it gotta be both. It can't be just like, oh, he loved God, but he's not treating me right. No, it needs to be absolutely not. But he loved God
in the name of Jesus.
Right. No, it needs to be both. Yeah, but for me, I don't think I could date someone who doesn't believe in a higher power.
What about
and even a different religion?
What about different religions? That's what I'm gonna say. Is that off the table too?
No, that's a tough one. I've never been in that situation. I think where I had to like choose, or where I had to be like, damn, well, he's a dope guy. He's a dope guy. So,
what about somebody like me,
who
no religion, but believes in God? What about that?
You said, but you don't believe in God, or you do?
Believe in God,
I could date
but
someone like
doesn't claim any religion, doesn't believe in Christianity, none of that, but believes in God.
I feel like I could date someone who believes in God. Yeah.
What would your mom say?
Did you not? At this point in life, mom and daddy is like,
Mom, they gotta take it back.
You need to get with somebody.
Listen,
I don't care who it is.
I don't care. My daddy is like, what are you out there
They
doing?
want grandchildren, right?
Yes.
Where the grandkids at?
And they like, you ain't got about 15 more minutes.
Right.
Look, we would like you to be married, but at this point,
my daddy like, so the drug dealers you was dealing with, are they?
Right. What's going on with that?
They still free? They ain't locked up?
What's up with the drug dealer? Do he got an LLC at least?
He like, I mean, we can make it work. He said he drove a taxi cab, right? I was like, don't tell my daddy you drive.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
But yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting, man, because I think, for me, you know, you get older, at this point, it's like, who treat me right, who floats my boat, man, and everything else, I think we could try to work around. You know, like you say, your thing is, Keysha thing is sucking dick.
Listen, as long as you have never, like, I'm at that point now. You're a black man, you never suck dick.
We can do.
We can at least go out.
See. We can go out and see where this shit go because
that's your thing. So that's the deal breaker for you. What about sucking dick and an atheist?
I can't do nothing for you. I can't even pray for you. I would pray for you, but I can't even do that. Like, no,
oh, man.
The prayer not gonna work.
It's nothing I can. Yeah, it's nothing I can do for you. But
it pretty much just comes down to whatever your religion is, whatever you believe in, somebody's just not gonna mess with you.
But also, I think too, now that I'm thinking about it, as a woman, because for me, contrary to popular belief, black women, I do want a man to be the head and to lead. Like, I need that. So then I start to wonder if he, if we don't practice the same religion. I guess it would depend, because it depends on what your religion leads you to do. Like, what, you know, because then that's going to depend how you're leading this household and this family. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
To me, I think the first religion is in your heart. To me, I just feel like if I never seen, or read the Bible, I still wouldn't steal. I still wouldn't abuse people. So to me, I don't care what religion you.
But I guess to the extent, like you were saying, like if it's extreme. So for instance, like, and I don't know for sure. So I hate to talk on stuff I don't know. Let's just say Muslim. We're talking about that. I don't know how their structure is ran. You know what I mean? So if it's a thing where if you're my husband and you're Muslim, then I don't have a say so, or I don't know. I'm just throwing out examples. Well, it's not gonna work for me.
Well, I think that goes back to that extreme.
Yeah, how extreme and how deep you are.
But I don't even think that's a religion thing at that point. I think that's just you dealing with.
That's a cultural thing, though, for sure.
I think that's you dealing with an asshole in a. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they have to have any religion. You know, it's like some dudes just like that, and I think those people. And I'm just like you. I don't want to speak on stuff I don't know about, but I always feel like people like that have some kind of trauma.
Yeah.
You know, because there's no reason for you to be that abusive and that, you know, they bully. So clearly they were bullied at some point. And when they come home, they probably hate their jobs. They probably, so when they come home, this is their chance to be the guy and call shots. Because at work, they, you know what I mean? So I just, you know, I see a lot of dudes like that. I'm just like, I want my woman to have some say so, but I also want my woman, like you say, to know, hey, I'm the head of this household, though. I don't care what religion we in.
And by the way, some religions, you know, they want that. You know what I'm saying? There's some religions where the women are more submissive. There's some religions where, you know, the women expect more from a man.
Right.
And so, you know, all that comes with the territory when you're thinking about who am I with and what religion does she practice. And, you know, I mean, being from where we live, we're more likely to be with the Christian. You're more likely to be with a Christian woman. Yeah, because
this is America. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, if you go to other places and, you know, then you start to, you know, that comes into hand. But then we're the only ones probably even thinking about that. They're probably, you know, they probably think about that too. But if they wake up with you in the morning and you're listening to, you know, where's the Lord?
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, what's going on right now? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know.
I confuse people. I think, but I think it's to me, it's very clear. It's not confusing to me. I just always say I don't believe in a religion. And this is not to put it on black people. I guess it's just I be talking to black people most of the time. They just automatically go, "Oh, you don't believe in God?" Like, what religion and God got to do with it? Religion and God ain't got nothing to do with one another.
Yeah.
Like, no, my dad is like that, and like he doesn't really necessarily believe in the institution of church. Like, he's not into church, but he reads his Bible. He has his relationship with God. He believes in God.
Exactly.
But he's not big on church.
Religion is the first form of government. It's just at the end of the day, people don't want to admit it. It's a form of control.
I know that. This is coming from somebody who used to go to church 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And the church is where I learned some of the worst things in life. You know what I'm saying?
It's so cliquish.
I think maybe because I didn't go to church as a kid, so I didn't get a chance to experience all the things that people have against the church. Like, I grew up seeing this and that. I started my relationship with God as an adult, and I think that with me, I'm in and out of church. I go, I get my word, and I'm out. So all the extra stuff, I don't necessarily see that, or I'm not a part of that. So I don't have
you're not part
that.
of the clique.
Yeah, I don't have that thing with church or God or religion or anything.
You know, the things for me with sometimes with church is the people that need church the most are the people the church look down upon. It makes no sense
my church
to
is
me.
not like that, because there was a girl came up in there straight from the club one night.
Right.
And my pastor like, just because you had a chance to go home and change your clothes don't mean that you gonna look at her, you know, a certain way. And so that's another thing I too like. I think just the church I go to, I love my church too. Like my pastors keep it real, so I think that kind of helps. And it's like they're not trying to be this God-like thing. Like I'm a human being, you know what I mean?
Right.
My kids gonna fuck up, you know. Give my kids the same grace you give the rest of these kids in here.
If I did go to church, I would want to go to a church with a pastor that been through some shit. I want a pastor that used to be out here in the streets.
I can't do the crackhead pastors because I feel like they talk about it too much.
But I'm just saying, I want a pastor that knew. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that perfect ass. Super,
that's how my pastors are. They're from Oakland.
That fake pastor. Yeah, I want a pastor that probably bust at a nigga one. You know what I'm saying? But he missed.
Damn, all that. He missed.
But he missed.
But he God's grace, but God. You know what I'm saying? So but I mean, hey, this one of those topics that could go on forever.
Yes,
you know what I mean? But it's interesting. So what's no on atheist
no
for
on
sure.
atheist for sure.
Religion is
different religion.
Depending on how fine he is, right?
If he got a bevel blade lineup like Nas, we might. What you say? You Buddhist? We might can work it out. But
what about you?
I don't. It doesn't matter as long as you're not in a cult.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like Republicans right now.
Right, exactly.
That's a cult right now.
As long as you're not in a cult.
I'm open.
Because there's Christian cults.
Malik slide in my DMs, lady.
I'm open, man. Long as like I say, if you ain't hating on God, I'm cool, man. Like, hey, we could work it out, man. But hey, that's nobody asked us, but we told you any damn way, man. You know what I'm saying? Catch us every Monday, man. If you like this podcast, tell somebody. If you don't like this podcast, still tell somebody. So y'all can hate watch.
Hate watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't tell us. Be like, you gotta watch this shit. It's horrible. Yeah. So I don't care. Tell them, man.
Especially this nigga Malik. He be talking about some dumb shit, man.
Yeah. Nigga talks so he'll fuck an atheist. You know? But
that's the takeaway. That's the takeaway from today's podcast.
Yeah. If you ain't learned nothing else.
If you ain't learned nothing else, just know that Keysha don't date niggas that suck dick.
I don't.
No, if you ever suck dick, don't even slide. Don't even slide in her DM.
The weekend, the weekday.
She don't care if it was jail. Don't slide.
Don't slide.
Right. But yeah, man, catch us every Monday. If you're on social media, get at me, Malik S Comedy, Malik S Comedy, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse. Yeah, you gotta get on Clubhouse. That's the new thing. Go ahead, Hess.
Hess Wesley on Instagram, Twitter, everything. Clubhouse as well. Keysha E.
Y'all can just catch me on Instagram. It's Keysha E, and that's Keysha.
Bougie. We out.
All right, y'all.